So we are not afraid to pop with this Cthulhu. Okay, might take that back. Now we are terrified to pop with this Cthulhu, so we're going to start running away. With Cthulhu, you kind of have to try to dodge your best. We dodged 3 things from him so far. We use our 1 to dash away, and it looks like that is actually going to get us out. He's going deep. He misses his 1. He misses his 2. He's on full cooldown. Nemesis should be able to rotate in. I don't think I'm going to have to do anything here. Yeah, Nemesis is able to clean that up. What a do, Scooby-Doo, it's your boy Seanyb Gaming, and today we have a viewer request to play Bellona in solo lane. If you are new to the channel, I upload videos 6 to 7 times a week. I add some commentary to a game that I've already played with the intention of seeing what went right and what went wrong, with the goal of helping people learn Smite. So if you are a returning viewer, this Bellona request has been a request for a while. It was supposed to be one of the first videos released in this last batch of videos. However, I wanted to have a Golden Blade Bellona game and then kind of a more standard build Bellona game. And then last night, when it came time to put the files into my video editing software, I realized that I only had 1 Bellona game. Even though I've recorded 8, I narrowed it down to 2, and I accidentally did not save the other 1. So unfortunately it will be just the Golden Blade video, but I'll try to cover as much as possible. So with Bellona, Bellona's first attack, she's going to dash forward with her shield. She's going to apply a slow to any enemies that are hit, and then she's going to take the stance of a shield and sword stance. And then in this stance, every time she lands 3 basic attacks, she is going to gain a stack of block, and block is going to absorb the very next basic attack. So we got a little bit of poke on the Amaterasu. We really want to tag the wave and then make our way over to our blue. We're getting some good poke onto Amaterasu right now, but we're going to rotate to our blue. So Bellona's second ability, she's going to summon a hammer, spin it around herself, and then slam it down. It does 2 types of damage. It does spin damage, and then it does slam damage. If you can hit an enemy god while spinning around, your slam damage is going to increase by 25%. And after using your 2, you're going to have a hammer, which is going to be able to cleave multiple enemies. So we got some good damage onto the Amaterasu. We're going to use our 1 to apply a slow, get some more good damage, and then we're going to rotate over to the totem. Make sure we secure this totem before Amaterasu can. So whenever you use an ability, you're going to take on that form's stance, and then you're going to keep that stance until you don't receive or deal damage for 5 seconds. So the 1's going to give you that shield, which is going to allow you to get block stacks. The 2 is going to give you the hammer, which is going to allow you to hit multiple enemies at once. Any healing that you would have on Bellona while she's in her hammer stance is only going to be 33% of Bellona's total healing. Because you can hit multiple enemies, they don't want you to be able to just lifesteal 100% off of multiple enemies. We have enough money for Golden Blade, so we are going to want to try to come back whenever we get that option. We almost have a kill. This Amaterasu should not have stepped up. He's fighting into us, and we are able to get the first blood, so that's going to be an additional 500 gold in our pocket. We have enough money for Golden Blade. So with Golden Blade, if you just buy Golden Blade, it only costs 700 gold to take it from the tier 2 to the tier 3. So you're able to get this item very early on if you don't buy anything else. So back to Bellona's kit. Bellona's 3, she's going to use a line attack, and it's going to summon something called a Scourge. While she has her Scourge, she has extended basic attack range by 4, I believe. And you're also going to disarm any enemies you hit with the line attack. And then whenever you have the Scourge or the Whip, you are going to heal on every 3rd basic attack. So we are able to get another pick on this Amaterasu. She's staying around just a little bit too long when she's weak. We're going to rotate to our blue, help this Nemesis out, hopefully get some of the XP from our blue buff. We miss it, but that is alright. So Bellona's ultimate, whenever she ults, she can jump up into the air, come back down, and if she lands on anybody, it's going to stun them. And if you are standing inside the circle of the flag, you're going to gain bonus protections and bonus physical power. So ideally, with her ult, you would ult onto somebody, it would stun them, and then that whole area of where you ulted, you're going to have increased protections and increased physical power, so you're going to want to try to fight under the flag. With Bellona's second ability, it is kind of a charge-up ability, so some gods are going to be able to cancel Bellona out of her too. Amaterasu could with her silence, although I don't think she will or has this game. Getting some good damage. We do have our ult, but we're not going to ult under tower. So Bellona's passive, whenever she takes or deals damage, she's going to gain a stack of protections and a stack of movement speed. Stacks up to 5 times, and you get 5 protections per stack and 3 movement speed per stack. So let's kind of go over the build of how we're going this game, and then what a normal build in a non-Golden Blade start game would be. So the beautiful thing about Golden Blade is it makes it to where your basic attacks do an AoE damage, but Bellona already has a basic attack that does AoE damage, so why build Golden Blade? Well, Golden Blade is going to make it to where everything is an AoE basic attack, and it's also going to give you some pretty good stats like movement speed, attack speed, and a little bit of power. After going into Golden Blade, we are going to be going into attack speed boots, and we are going to try to increase our attack speed while also building some defense. So we're going to be going into kind of a hybrid build. If you were to start kind of a more traditional build, you would probably be going into Warrior's Blessing, and then either power boots or attack speed boots. This Amaterasu is just waiting to die for me. Very kind of her. So we are going to proxy this wave, and then we are pretty weak, so we're probably going to want to back and get out of this position. So if you were not going Golden Blade, you'd probably be going Warrior's Blessing, and then you would either be going Berserker Shield or Boots. With Bellona, she is kind of one of those characters where you can build a lot of things on her and be successful. And she really has the flexibility to have counter build items built on her. So you could go an ability based Bellona, you can go an attack speed based Bellona, you could go full tank Bellona. There's a lot of options that you can do and a lot of different playstyles with Bellona. This Golden Blade one is kind of an early game pressure. Right here, Amaterasu has the advantage. We're able to dash out. That is such a long stun, and she's able to get us. Cthulhu also rotated over, so even if we did manage to escape the Amaterasu, Cthulhu's probably going to clean us up. We just hung out a little bit too long. We should have backed a little bit sooner. So we started our boots, but we're actually going to be going into Berserker Shield. Berserker Shield is going to allow us to regenerate some health whenever we use our basic attacks. So we want to use that, and we just want to get up in their face, continue to basic attack them, clear any minions that are around them with our Golden Blade, and then also get some lifesteal going on. So we do have a level on this Amaterasu. There she is. We're gonna disarm her, so now she can't basic attack the minion wave, and she's gonna let us just get some basics off on her. We're gonna ult. Easy peasy. So our blue is still down. Can't quite tell, it's really small. Our blue is up. We're gonna go ahead and grab it. So with Bellona, I'm going to kind of just throw out a build that would be a more standard build. We would go Warrior's Blessing, we would go Berserker Shield, we'd go Attack Speed Boots, then we'd either go into the Runic Shield or the Shotgun Chest, the magical defense item that increases your attack speed for you and your allies. And then we would probably double down on physical defense, so we could either go... Oh no, oh no, oh no, run! That Amaterasu ult was so much. It was such a long stun. So after getting magical defense, we could probably go and do some physical. So Void Shield would be a good one to reduce the enemy's protections and just increase your own physical protections. And then maybe get a Mantle of Discord to really triple down on some of those protections. And then end the build with an item like Quinsai. You could also, if you're worried about healing in your lane, you could pick up a Toxic Blade pretty early on to reduce the enemy's healing and try to give yourself a bit of an advantage. Or if you wanted to go an ability-based build, you could go Warrior's Blessing, Warrior's Tabi, Breastplate of Valor, Genji's Guard. Then you could go and do something like a Heart Seeker. So you are increasing your cooldowns and then you're trying to focus on some ability damage. The Crusher would also be a pretty good item on Bellona because it would increase her attack speed. She does very well off of attack speed, and it's also going to make it to where her abilities do bonus damage. So there's a lot of flexibility on how to build her. I really wanted to have 2 games to kind of showcase the 2 different styles that I had the most success with, but I just lost that file. It's a shame. I thought I transferred it over from my hard drive to my computer, but I just have an empty file that's named Bellona 9510 32-minute win with no files in it. So there's an Amaterasu ult. You're able to get her with R2 before her ult goes off, thanks to the help of Nemesis. So we are not afraid to pop with this Cthulhu. Okay, might take that back. Now we are terrified to pop with this Cthulhu, so we're going to start running away. With Cthulhu, you kind of have to try to dodge your best. We dodged 3 things from him so far, and we use our 1 to dash away, and it looks like that is actually going to get us out. He's going deep, he misses his 1, he misses his 2, he's on full cooldown. Nemesis should be able to rotate in. I don't think I'm going to have to do anything here. Yeah, Nemesis is able to clean that up. So all of the stuff that you're seeing on the screen is from Cthulhu. I was feared, or I was insane.
Be right back.
Well, hi.
So at this point in the game, I'm feeling pretty comfortable in my lane. I have 2 levels on the Amaterasu, and I feel like their jungler hasn't rotated that much. I'm going to go ahead and pick up a Frostbound Hammer, and this will slow the enemies while I basic attack them. So why would I go Frostbound Hammer instead of Hasten Katana? That's a very good question, and I think it kind of comes down to the team fight, because in the 1v1 in solo lane, if you use the Frostbound Hammer, it is going to slow the enemy, and if you use Hasten, you're going to speed up to the enemy. So what's the difference? You're going to be sticking to the enemy either way. Well, the difference is in the team fight. So if you are able to get a basic attack on the enemy, are you trying to go deeper into their team, or are you trying to slow an enemy down for your team to catch up? I think in team fights, it might be a little bit more practical to go Frostbound, just so you can kind of help your team out a little bit more. We can't do a whole lot without our ultimate right here, so we're going to kind of just take it slowly. We got 3 people diving us some power. We're going to do our absolute best to try to survive here. But with the Cthulhu, I really don't know what's going on. Oh my goodness. It's like, we don't survive. Okay. Thank you. That was way too long.
Cancel that.
Attack the full fury.
Cancel that.
Your right tower is under attack.
So it took 3 people to get us. We probably dodged more abilities than we should have. Like, they should have gotten us a lot sooner than that. But that's okay. 5, 3, and 2. Amaterasu has gotten us twice. That 3rd one, I don't think there was a whole lot we could do. I think the first 2 were probably preventable. Probably just stayed in lane a little bit too long. We're going to buy some wards, so that way we don't get ganked again. We say we're going to buy them, we do not say we're going to place them. That is a terrible habit I have, buying wards and never placing them. So Amaterasu has caught up in level, however I'm still not that worried. We're going to snag our blue. So she is missing, we're going to go for totem, she's not on totem. So if we don't have to use any mana here, we're not going to. So if you can see as I'm attacking the minions, there's a white number and then there's the yellow numbers. The white number is how much damage I'm doing and the yellow numbers are the damage from the golden blade. So we are able to take out the tower. So another kind of good combination or item selection with Bellona is if you were to go Warrior's Blessing, go Boots, go into Mystic Mail, and then go into Frostbound. You'll be dealing physical and magic damage in your lane, which most solo laners are not going to be expecting. We're going to ult over this wall, see if we can't get anyone. Did not see it at all. Very easy kill. So we get the Mystical Mail and then go into Frostbound, so they're probably going to be building physical defense to try to counter you. But you're going to be dealing physical and magical defense thanks to the Mystical Mail. We're going to go ahead and dive into the tower, see if we can't get some damage off. We are very weak. We are in some huge trouble. We're going to pop a shell. I think this is it. Yep, we were just a little bit too aggressive. We were trying to fight behind a tower while our team was rotating out of the fight. Mystic Mail followed by Frostbound. So you're going to be slowing them while dealing tick damage from Mystic Mail. Pretty good combo as well. Bellona just has a ton of flexibility. So after we go Frostbound Hammer, that's kind of our last utility item. Now we really want to get some protections and defenses online so we can be very tanky.
Your left tower is under attack. Enemy missing left.
We do have our teleport up, so we're going to teleport to our lane. Amaterasu is running away, so we are going to clear this wave. We're going to stick to her, and right here, while we're in our block stance, we're blocking almost every third of her basic attacks. We're going to ult her, get the stun off, get some more bops. She can't go away because we have Frostbound. So now that we have Frostbound, this is a great time for us to fight into enemies. We're using our shield stance, so that way we are taking the least amount of damage. And then we're also getting lifesteal and slowing the enemy. Essentially, you do not want to fight a Bellona in this state.
Well, hi!
Not 1v1 in middle, at least. If I can dodge your abilities, I'm going to be able to stick to you like glue and then really melt you down. So we're going to clear this wave and then try to rotate mid or push a camp.
Enemy missing right.
Nope, it looks like we're going to push the tower. So there's a huge team fight going on in left. We're going to use that to our advantage to just proxy the next wave, let the wave go into tower, and then we're going to rotate over. Or not, we're going to go for tower damage. I feel like I'd be more helpful in a team fight. However, getting the tower down is not the worst thing in the world. Now we've gotten the tower, we're going to get the wave. We don't want to overstay.
Well, hi!
Your team has destroyed a left enemy tower.
So we would be going into Mantle of Discord, and then after Mantle of Discord we could pick up another defensive item, or we could go into Twin Side and really up our damage output. So we take their blue, we're going to rotate over, we're able to get the tier 2 tower on left. Ra is in mid by himself.
You don't need vision.
I think he notices us. So he has the increased movement speed from using his abilities. We're going to ult him, he's able to dodge the stun. I think we missed our slam. So we are a little deep, we don't want to fight into two people. And the enemy team is going to surrender. Well, if you enjoyed the video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Sorry it was so short. I was planning on making it a two-parter, but I lost the other part. If you want to see any God played, please reach out in the comments or the Discord server. The stats will be posted in just a second. Thank you guys for stopping by. I hope you have a great day. I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.